Now another familiar Arizona face is getting ready to tee it up in the 2025 WM Phoenix Open as Arizona State's Jose Le Ballester is set to make his PGA Tour debut after earning one of 5 sponsors exemptions into the tournament. The Sun Devil Senior is coming into the tournament with plenty of success, having captured the 2024 U.S. Amateur Championship at Hazeltine National Golf Club in Chaska, Minnesota, a month before winning collegiately for the first time at the Fighting Illini Invitational at Olympia Fields. The 21-year-old is confident that he'll be able to contend, and of course, he's quite familiar with.
I feel like it kind of gave me the confidence that I needed to maybe feel like I belong in this group, and now I know that I compete among the best players in the world.
Let's head right out to the ballpark where Ben Parris is standing for Game 1 of 162. Ben, the D-backs are looking for a comeback this year.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Ryan. And the Diamondbacks, who missed out on the postseason by just 1 game to end last season, well, you can bet that their manager, Torey Lovullo, has one goal in mind, and that's to play in the postseason in 2025. And the Diamondbacks believe that they have the pitching staff to get them there this year after signing Corbin Burnes to a $210 million contract during the offseason. And opening day is, of course, a very special day for baseball fans who are full of optimism and get excited for what's to come in the season to come. We talked to some Diamondbacks fans earlier today who are excited for this season and expect a postseason run.
Never know what's going to happen once you get into the playoffs.
Ben, it looks like a beautiful day for a ball game out today, and I'm sure the fans are enjoying the atmosphere out there as well.
That's exactly right, Henaro. It's another beautiful day here at Sloan Park, the spring training home of the Chicago Cubs, where fans have historically had a great experience. It's the park that brings out more fans than any other park in all of the Cactus Leagues. Now, many season ticket holders like to arrive hours early before first pitch of any given game and set up tailgates for all 17 of the Cubs home games during the spring. I spoke to 2 season ticket holders earlier today that said not only do they tailgate for all 11 years here at Sloan Park, but for the previous 30 years for Cubs spring training games here in the Valley.
You sit around, you talk baseball, you don't talk politics, you don't talk business.
Oh my God, I'm crying. How are you not crying?
Deanna McCarthy is no ordinary fan at the WM Phoenix Open.
Don't make me cry.
Maybe Scotty stayed home.
Neither is her husband, Scott.
Just up ahead of you, that's all.
Another fan of Matthews.
Yeah, you need.
They raised their children right here in Scottsdale, Arizona.
From Scottsdale, Arizona, please welcome Matt McCarty.
And their son, Matt, has grown up to become a rookie on the PGA Tour and is playing in the WM Phoenix Open, his hometown tournament, for the very first time.
How about Matty?
The kids he played with at Desert Mountain High School. We had college friends, high school friends, family friends.
Deanna estimates that some 250-plus people were in the gallery on Thursday at the WM Phoenix Open in support of her son. Family, friends, and people she was meeting for just the first time, all united by a love for her son and his journey in the game of golf. The day started slow for Matt, who at one point was 4 over after 12 holes. But the 27-year-old native of Scottsdale, who has admitted to sneaking into this tournament when he was in high school, had the McCarty party on his side when things started to turn around. A hole out for birdie on the 15th hole before they entered the infamous par 3 16th together as a family.
And then on 16 and be able to allow the close family and friends to be in there, that's awesome. That's awesome. A lot of people can't get in there to experience that. I wish he would have made that putt. That would have been incredible.
It was everything Matt could have hoped for, despite his round of 1 over 72 in his tournament debut.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely lived up. It felt good. Really rocky start, but kind of battled out there all day. So it was a really fun day.
And it is his family and friends that were able to celebrate him all day long in the place it all began.
This is special for us as a family because this is home and this is where I grew up and these are our people and we have lots of, it takes a village and we have one here and it's pretty darn special.
Reporting in Scottsdale, Ben Parris, Cronkite News.
The azaleas are in full bloom at Augusta National Golf Club as 4 Sun Devils are set to compete in the 89th edition of the Masters Tournament and try to deliver a green jacket to Tempe for the 5th time. Let's start with Jon Rahm, who's just 2 years removed from his 2023 Masters victory. The Spaniard has never missed the cut in his career at Augusta National, but was not satisfied with his T45 finish as the defending champion last year. He said he was looking forward to a fresh start in the majors in 2025. While Rahm is the latest Sun Devil to put on the green jacket, it is Phil Mickelson who's had the most success at Augusta National Golf Club, winning the Masters in 2004, 2006, and 2010. Lefty will make his 32nd Masters start this week, and while there may be questions if he can still contend at 54 years old, you must remember that in 2023, he finished runner-up to Rahm, making it the highest finish by a player over 50 in tournament history, and just the second time that one school had players finish first and second in the same year. Meanwhile, Kevin Yu will be one of 2 Sun Devils making his Masters debut, doing so at age 26. He earned the spot in the Masters by winning the Sanderson Farms Championship in October, and while he's playing at Augusta National for the first time, he's no stranger to major championship golf. Yu qualified and played in 3 straight U.S. Opens while he was at Arizona State. Now for Josele Ballester, who's not an alum like his Sun Devil peers, but a senior still on the ASU roster, making his Masters debut as an amateur thanks to his victory in the U.S. Amateur Championship last summer. Ballester shares the same Spanish roots as Rahm and played in a practice round with him on Tuesday to gain some intel from the former champ. The pursuit of the green jacket for the Sun Devils begins bright and early when Kevin Yu goes off in the second grouping of the day at 8:02 a.m. Eastern Time. Mickelson will go off in the group ahead of Ballester, while Rahm will get play underway at 1:34 p.m. Eastern. In the studio, Ben Parris, Cronkite News. How supported have you felt, one, from the overall administration, but really how exciting is it to be a head coach at this university right now where the athletic department's buzzing, Tempe is buzzing? How much fun is that?
Yeah, it's incredible. I mean, it's like literally, like I'd say a dream come true, but it's almost better than a dream come true because it's like all of the pieces are fitting together, and I would go beyond just the athletic department and also Michael Crow's support to athletics.
And the election doesn't end at midnight on November 5th. It's going to take 10 to 13 days to count all the ballots, which is something that's actually pretty standard, but a lot of people have come to be surprised when they found out it takes nearly 2 weeks to count all the votes. Maybe it's become more publicized. But at what point does the election actually end for you?
Well, the election ends after an inauguration. Right, I mean, that's just the reality of it. Until the next officer takes the office, it belongs to the prior office holder. The peaceful transfer has yet to occur. That's just how our system works. And anybody that's surprised that it takes Maricopa 10 to 13 days is not paying attention, right? It has always taken that long.
All right, we've made it inside the 16th hole at TPC Scottsdale, a Coliseum hole. Now let's get into the golf for the 2025 tournament. The world number 1, Scotty Scheffler, 2-time champion, is returning. 2 of the best amateur golfers in the game are going to be here. Plenty of crowd favorites. Max Homa, Ricky Fowler. Got a great field again this year.
Yeah, we're really thrilled about our field. I think it'll be one of our strongest fields ever. And to your point, Scotty Scheffler's a pretty darn good headliner, having won the event twice, almost won it 3 times.
Good evening and welcome to Cronkite News. I'm Ben Parris.
And I'm Emily Fox-Milling. Thank you for joining us.
We start tonight with the ongoing talks of the Trump administration's reported plans to dissolve the Department of Education. The White House has reportedly prepared an executive order to direct Education Secretary Linda McMahon to start dismantling the department. The constitutionality of this potential executive order is in question, something Secretary McMahon was asked about during her confirmation hearing. Take a look. Meanwhile, a spokesperson for Arizona State University tells the Arizona Republic that at least 8 international students had their visas revoked. The spokesperson also says that agents from U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement have been on ASU's campus. It is not clear why the visas for the ASU students were reportedly revoked, but U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio has previously said that his agency has revoked hundreds of student visas for students involved in crime or for acting against U.S. interests. Staying on the court this time here in Arizona, the Wildcats women's basketball team had a Big 12 matchup last night against BYU, beating them 65-57. It was their 16th win of the year and their 7th win in conference play. The Wildcats' win was a showcase of a balanced offensive attack with 4 starters scoring double-digit points on the night. The Wildcats started off hot, outscoring the Cougars 16-7 in the first quarter and ended the half with a 37-21-point lead. But it was in the second half when the Cougars would narrow the lead and sneak back into the game with a 15-6 third quarter. But in the end, the Wildcats pulled away in the final minutes of the fourth quarter to secure the win.